Russia, the world's largest country, has a complicated past and is regarded as one of the most powerful nations on the global scene. Yet, due to its huge area and proximity to major world powers, its borders have long been a source of tension and strife. Despite its might and prestige, Russia has become involved in a number of disputes and tensions with its neighbors, resulting in complex border difficulties. In this video, we will look at Russia's continuous border disputes with its neighboring countries. Let's dive into the deep complexities of Russia's border crisis, from the historical backdrop to present concerns and potential remedies. Russia's border problem is a complicated issue that has plagued the country for many years. The issue stems from the fact that Russia shares borders with many different countries, each of which has its own unique set of interests and priorities. In addition, some of these countries have historically been hostile towards Russia, which has only served to exacerbate the situation. One of the main issues of tension for Russia is its border with Ukraine. This is a particularly sensitive issue, as Ukraine was once a part of the Soviet Union, and many Russians still view it as an important part of their country's sphere of influence. However, Ukraine has been working to align itself more closely with the West, which has caused tensions to rise between the two nations. To understand the root causes of Russia's border problem, it is important to consider the historical context in which it developed. For centuries, Russia has been a powerful nation, and it has often sought to expand its territory and influence beyond its borders. This has led to conflicts with neighboring countries, including Poland, Sweden, and Turkey. However, the most significant conflict in Russia's history was undoubtedly its struggle with Nazi Germany during World War II. The war was incredibly brutal, and it had a profound impact on Russia and its people. Millions of Russians died during the war, and the country was left devastated in its aftermath. After getting all this, you might be thinking, why does Russia have so many enemies? Well, Russia's history of expansion and conquest has made it a natural target for other nations. Many countries view Russia as a potential threat, and they have taken steps to defend themselves against it. Secondly, Russia's relations with the West have been strained for many years. The country's authoritarian government, its history of human rights abuses, and its aggressive foreign policy have all contributed to a sense of distrust and hostility towards Russia. Russia's involvement in conflicts around the world has also contributed to its image as an enemy of many nations. The country has been involved in conflicts in Syria, Ukraine, and Georgia, among others, and its actions have often been viewed as destabilizing and aggressive. Well, it's also not an unknown fact that Russia does not have a good relationship with Japan. Both Russia and Japan have a long history of territorial disputes over the Kuril Islands. Japan claims sovereignty over the four southernmost islands, which it calls the Northern Territories, while Russia has controlled the entire chain since World War II. The islands are strategically important and rich in natural resources, making them vital to both countries' national security and economic interests. Tensions between the two nations have been high, with a broader geopolitical context contributing to the dispute. Despite recent efforts to improve their relationship and resolve the dispute, negotiations for a peace treaty and economic cooperation are ongoing, and a resolution is uncertain. Well, looking at the other side, it looks like Russia and China are friendly nations, but Russia's relationship with China is complex, characterized by both cooperation and competition. The two countries share a long border and have developed close economic ties, but there are also areas of tension, particularly in terms of geopolitical issues. One of the main sources of tension between the two countries is the balance of power in Central Asia, where both have strategic interests and have sought to assert their influence through economic and political means. This has led to a degree of competition between the two countries, each trying to limit the other's influence. Another area of tension between Russia and China is the situation on the Korean Peninsula. Russia has expressed concerns about the U.S. military presence in South Korea and has advocated for a diplomatic solution to the North Korean nuclear issue. China, meanwhile, has taken a more active role in trying to bring about a resolution to the conflict, including through its involvement in the six-party talks. Despite these areas of tension, Russia and China have also cooperated on a range of issues. The two countries are Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) members and have worked together to promote regional stability and economic development. They have also cooperated on energy projects, with Russia supplying natural gas to China through the Power of Siberia pipeline. Turning to Russia's relationship with the United States, the situation is quite different. Since the annexation of Crimea in 2014, the relationship between the two countries has deteriorated significantly, with both countries accusing each other of interference in their domestic affairs and engaging in a range of retaliatory measures. This strained relationship is rooted in a long history of tension and competition, dating back to the Cold War. One of the main areas of tension between Russia and the United States is the situation in Syria. Russia has been an essential ally of the Syrian government and has supported its efforts to crush opposition forces. The United States, in turn, has supported opposition forces and has launched airstrikes against Syrian government targets. The situation in Ukraine is another source of tension between Russia and the United States. Russia's annexation of Crimea and support for separatist rebels in eastern Ukraine has led to a range of sanctions and diplomatic measures by the United States and its allies. The issue of nuclear weapons is also a source of tension between Russia and the United States. The two countries possess the vast majority of the world's nuclear weapons and have engaged in a range of arms control agreements over the years. However, the New START Treaty, which limits the number of deployed nuclear weapons, is set to expire in 2021, and negotiations on its renewal have been fraught with difficulty. Despite the tensions, there have been some signs of cooperation between Russia and the United States. In 2019, the two countries agreed to extend the New START Treaty for another 5 years, averting a potential arms race. However, it remains to be seen whether the relationship between the two countries will improve in the years ahead. Returning to Russia's relationship with China, it is worth noting that their economic ties have grown significantly in recent years. China is now Russia's largest trading partner, and the two countries have set a target of increasing their bilateral trade to $200 billion by 2024. They have also cooperated on major infrastructure projects, such as the Belt and Road Initiative and the Northern Sea Route. At the same time, there are limits to the economic cooperation between Russia and China. For example, Russia has been hesitant to invest in Russia's oil and gas sector, which is crucial to the Russian economy. China has also been cautious about investing in Russia's high-tech sector, preferring to focus on developing its own capabilities in these areas. Nevertheless, looking to the future, it is unclear how Russia's border problem will be resolved. The country's relations with the West are likely to remain strained, particularly as long as Putin remains in power. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine is unlikely to be resolved anytime soon, and tensions between Russia and the Baltic states are likely to continue. One potential solution to Russia's border problem could be greater engagement with its neighbors. By working to build stronger relationships with other countries, Russia could help ease tensions and reduce the likelihood of conflict. Another potential solution could be increased dialogue between Russia and the West. By working to address areas of disagreement and build greater trust, it may be possible to reduce tensions and prevent further conflict. Well, Russia's border problem is a complex and multifaceted issue that has been a source of tension and conflict for many years. The country's history of expansion and conquest, its strained relations with the West, and its aggressive foreign policy have all contributed to the problem. While there are no easy solutions, greater engagement with Russia's neighbors and increased dialogue between Russia and the West could help to ease tensions and prevent further conflict. Well, this concludes everything about today's topic. Let us know your opinions and questions in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. And for more interesting videos like this, subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.